Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all are staying at home, staying healthy and safe, and that this coronavirus right now that is taking over the world is not affecting you and your family. Myself and my family are definitely staying inside, as to why I have so much time on my hands to start busting out videos for you. So on the eyeshadow for hooded eyes. If you don't know what hooded eyes are, or if you have hooded eyes, feel free to ask me down below, tag me on Instagram, a photo of you asking if, do I have hooded eyes? I will absolutely tell you and explain. This obviously can be used for people without hooded eyes, but this is specifically for those who really have the hood right here where the skin is laying on top of the lid right here. If you have hooded eyes, that's what this means. So when you're opening, looking straight forward, you see the skin that's laying on your lower lash line. Now I don't have a fully hooded because you can see some of my lower lid right here. But other than that, it's a hooded eye, which makes those gorgeous eye shadow tutorials that other people who have no hooded eyes can do. We're very jealous of you, by the way. So be thankful you don't have a heavy lid. But I'm going to show you in this video how to do the tips and tricks to give yourself that eye, an open eye, and uplifted lid that we all want and love. So if you're interested, then please keep watching. So there's a few basic items that you're going to want, and that is brushes. If anything is most important, your brushes are going to be the most important for this look. Get yourself a good set. I adore Morphe brushes, as you all will end up seeing in all of my videos. I just love them. Their brushes, they're matte quality, but way cheaper, and honestly some of the brushes are even better. But I love all sorts of brushes, but they're definitely my go-to, as you will see. And so you're going to want 4 different brushes. You're going to want like a flat, fluffy eyeshadow brush. You're going to want this is another fluffy eyeshadow brush. This is the Morphe, but it's like the MAC 217 if you have that. A tiny little flat shader brush of some sort, and a pencil brush. This one is the MAC 219, and then Morphe Y14. This is just a big, fluffy, loose blending brush. We're going to use this like crazy. And of course, eye primer. First things first, ladies, if you have a hooded eye, you have to use eye primer. No matter what, you need to use one because the lid right here gets so much oil buildup in when we're opening and closing our eyes that it is so important that we really try to make the shadow stick and not move into place. This is the Too Faced Insurance, the 24-hour. This was like a little sample one, but it's just little and cute and I like it. So this one, the MAC Paint Pot Soft Ochre, is one of my favorites too. It does dry out very quick though, so today I'm just using this. It's just a neutral. You'll see how I have a lot of pinks and kind of purpley veins in my eye, so I'm just going to put this all over my lids. A little bit goes a very long way. You can use your finger, you can use a brush, whatever you prefer. And this is going to go from lash line all the way to under the brow. Okay, once you have your eye primer on, then we are going to jump in with this fluffy flat brush here and grab any kind of matte shadow palette that is your favorite. If you're one who's always gone to shimmers and you wonder why your lid looks a lot heavier, is the shimmer shadows add a lot of texture to the eye, so it's actually going to make the lid a lot heavier looking. So mattes are going to be our best friend. Now I love shimmers, I love glitter, I love all that. So we are going to add those in, but I will show you the exact place to put them. So today I'm going to jump into some of my Morphe palettes. This is the Jaclyn Hill. I'll show you the difference. I like the Jaclyn Hill palette because it does give you the full range of the colors. There's a bunch of mattes, there's some shimmers. The only thing I don't like is that their neutral all over shade is not very good. So when I want like an all-in-one, here is the Morphe 35N, and this one is fully matted. So no shimmers whatsoever, just fully matte. I'm going to jump into this color right here. So grab any kind of vanilla matte powder that you have. It can be in any shadow. And I'm just going to pack that onto this and put it all over the lid, lash line to brow bone. No rhyme or reason to this, just setting that eyeshadow primer and brightening the lid. Okay, now you're going to go in with your eyeshadow brush, and you want to find today's look. You can do these steps with any kind of colors that you want. Today I'm going to just stick with the browns because that's normally my go-to, and so I'm going to go that route today. I am going to jump into this little palette right here. It's the Morphe 9B. I love this palette for the matte browns. They're gorgeous. So I'm going to jump into Beach Please right here and use the tip of the brush. Don't swirl it, don't get crazy with it, just the tip of the brush. Right here is where you really want to take your time. Do not rush it until you get the hang of this. You're going to use just the tip of your brush where you place that. The biggest thing I can recommend is to just look straight into a mirror, not down, not up. Don't lift your head because it evens and straightens out your eyelid. You want to look directly into a mirror, which is right in front of me, and see where the heaviest part of your lid is. So when I look straight into you, you're going to see right there. Now what you want to do is go a little bit above that, because if you just go right into that crease, you're going to lose the shadow and it's going to get lost when you open your eye. So you just put it right. So see where I put it compared to my lid. So if you can see right there, I went just a little bit above. Get it? And we want to give the illusion. So using dark matte colors is going to give the illusion that that lid, that crease right there from the skin, is actually being drawn back and not even there. Now let's be real, it's not going to completely disappear, and use a very heavy hand. I'm just doing a light circular motion. And the other trick is you never want to pass your eyebrow. So, and then you're going to take, no double dipping, there's so much product on this brush right here. Now is when you can kind of lift your eye up a little to give you some working space, but you're going to just then pull this all the way over here. So you see how right now I'm going right into this little area right here, not drawing it all the way down. That is very, very important. You want to keep the shadow going up this way to give that uplifted effect. If you have any questions at this point, definitely comment down below because I can explain this as many times as y'all need. But you know how my videos are, and hopefully the step-by-step longer portion of this is going to help you actually get this down and not be confused. So as you can see, again, I'm going a little bit darker just so you guys can really see what I'm doing for the learning process. Now there's a lot more color right here and it looks all smushy mushy, more than I want. So again, same brush, you're gonna just go and do the outer V and blend that out into the lash line. You can see I have all my makeup on minus my mascara because this is the one reason why. I want to be able to do whatever I need to do to get that blend going and not mess up mascara. And the reason I asked you to grab a big fluffy brush like this is because there's zero product on it and we want to just buff out any harsh lines or anything that went astray. So you'll see how I left all this section open. That's where we're going to put any kind of brightness. Again, ideally you want to stick to mattes, but I am not able to do that. So I do it sometimes, but I'm going to put a little shimmer and I'll show you where the shimmer can go, but we'll get to that. First, we need to make sure this is blended out, no crazy harsh lines, and just blend upward. One eye that is heavier than the other eye, that's okay. You just do the same technique, except make it, see again how I'm sticking up right underneath that brow bone, or under that brow, if you will. So you're leaving all this open. Okay, once you have that done, you are pretty good. Again, you can use purples, blues, pinks, yellows, oranges, whatever colors you want. Just use these exact same techniques and you will be good to go. So I am going to jump into putting this matte color, that re-highlight that we put all over, but I'm going to use this flat little shader brush to get right where I want it to go. And I'm going to just press. And putting brightness in your tear duct is actually going to give you a very bright-eyed and opened eye look. Light color. Okay, so those of you who want to move on to the highlighter right here, totally fine. The biggest thing is you don't want to bring it all the way down here like you'll see a lot of people do. You want to really get right underneath the brow bone. So I'm going to use this little pop color right here as a highlight using that little flat shader brush, just the very tip of it. Right where that arch is, you want to come right under your eyebrow. Again, our trick and our want for heavy lidded eyes is going to be that we want the most bright-eyed, wide open, tall looking lid as humanly possible that we can give ourselves. I don't drink coffee or energy drinks, and I need my eyes to look bright and big. Sometimes I'll take that little highlighter and just bring it right here into the corners of the eyes if maybe I'm having a little bit of a tired looking day. Just right into this area. Because you don't want to forget about this area. It's actually one of the darker part of our eyes. So nothing crazy, but it also does make that slight change. And then again, if you feel like there's any harsh lines where it's not an even flow to the highlighter, just take your empty fluffy brush and just buff that out. Okay, you guys, so I finished my mascara off camera. I just wanted to show you the difference though between some people who choose to not put mascara on the bottom lash line and some people who do. The one thing with hooded eyes is you need to put mascara on the bottom lashes. It's going to help just open your eye, make it look really big. Most people will have like those happy line smile creases, such as myself, who has a lot, which whenever you're putting concealer, concealer on and powders under the eye, it's going to actually intensify those lines. So using the mascara on the bottom lashes is actually going to help take away that look. And again, with hooded eyes, you just want to take away everything from the heavy look to the creasing, all those kind of things. So definitely put mascara on the bottom lashes. So I'll do this eye with you really fast. And it does, again, it does not have to be a ton, just a little bit. So I wanted to show you kind of the difference between an extra look. You can intensify this look to really give yourself that va-va-voom within these colors, and a different technique to really try to help make that heavy lid disappear. So you're going to take your pencil brush, dip into a darker color, and you'll see this eye how it looks a little bit more of a pop, a little bit more pulled back. You want to just keep the dark on the outer corners of the eye. Again, just pulling in, look straight ahead, put that pencil brush right where my heaviest part is right there. So I add that darker in there, come on down this way. And then take your brush with nothing on it, maybe some left over that lighter brown. And blend that out. I'm going to jump in and put that sparkle because I can't help myself and I want to so bad. So you're going to just place that again where that light colored is. Just to give a little brightness to the eye. Oh, that's so much better. So much better. Small little hooded eye series because there's definitely tricks to doing top eyeliner for hooded eyes, bottom eyeliner for hooded eyes, as well as doing your eyebrows. So I hope this video was really informative for you, and hopefully I went slow enough in a step-by-step and a long enough video for you guys to be able to do this yourself and actually do it and not feel flustered after. If you have any questions or comments or issues, let me know in the comments down below. below as usual, and I'm happy to answer those. And don't forget to subscribe right here and check out these other videos over here if you haven't seen them. I love you all so much. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you in my next